Help YouTube.
Crikey!
Hello and good morning YouTube. Well, today I'm heading to Wolfe Creek, I think it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, which is in Western Australia. Now, the problem is, when I go over the border, I'm going to have to lose all my fresh products, maybe onions, potatoes, stuff like that. So what I'm actually doing, I'm going to go on a desert track. It's called the Vicinity track, something or other. Because I don't want to really go on the same track twice, and I want to go to Meteorite one. So I want to do that, but I also want to do the bungles, which is north of that, but also further north than that still, I want to do the Gibb River Road. And the only way I can do that is if I do the Gibb River Road, then come back, then go back again. So I've looked at the map, and if I'm going to do it all, I can go on this track across the desert and do the crater first, which really, it would have been ideal if I did that when I did the canning, 'cause it's not that far off the top of the canning. But anyway, my intention was that I was going to do it when I come round with the top, and then I thought about giving him a road later. Anyway, doesn't matter. Another empty road. Lots of trees. You can see the smoke. Because that's since I was in Canada, and half of Canada was on fire. For me, honest. I'm at a place, Bundinin. Is it Bundinin? Yeah, I was about to go to Bundinin Road. Now this is the monument. You know, the guy who did a famous truck around here. He obviously did a road train. And his name was Bundinin. This plaque commemorates the official opening of the Buntine Highway by the Honourable Mike Reid. Clarky boy. But yeah, cows, you can smell the cow poop from here. Lovely. And it's got to have a sticker on it. Tell I'm back on the gravel again. I thought I'd have a bit more of a rest for gravel, but yeah, this is a shortcut, so it's pretty cool. The only downside is when somebody comes the other way, and then all you see is this. Dusty scenario. As you can see, the heat, so there's quite a few fires going on at the time. Yeah, so hopefully the road yesterday said it was open, so yeah, hopefully it's alright. Well, good morning YouTube and help. Well, I'm back in Western Australia. I came over the border. There's not a lot of places to well, there is quite a few places to stop, but it's all right at the side of the road. But I found this spot a bit further out from the side of the road,
means I just kind of come, there's a landing there, so I stopped there, so I kind of come this hill. If you see that a little tree just beside that Land Rover, in between there's the road up there, so it's quite a way off the road, but there is a bit of trash about. But there's also some lined up vehicles here, so I think this is a Holden. It's even got air conditioning as well. Just look, there's no badges on it, but it was looks like a shitty brown colour. To me it looks like a Holden. It's got a plastic fuel tank actually, but the actual chassis of it looks pretty good. Well, it was okay until it's all been rolled over and bashed about a bit. But yeah, because cars over here have pretty big fuel tanks. But yeah, now this one is more interesting. Oh, let's see if you can actually look inside a little bit there, look. But yeah, but this one here is a lot more interesting, because you look at it, tiny little axle, but the rear lights kind of give it away. I think that gives it away, and I reckon this is an old real Ford Cortina. By looking at it, just with them rear lights and how small it is compared to everything in the Australian side. It was a 4-door. That blew. I don't know how long it's been here, you see. But you see the size of the brakes. Everything is just so small. The brakes were worn out anyway. But when you look at the front and you think, yeah, that just looks like a Ford Cortina. Upside down, I can't do it upside down. Oh, maybe. But yeah, I throw a wobbler. That looks like a Ford Cortina. You see, obviously, this is the Aussie style. This is an old one as well. I don't know what kind this is, but you can see it's Australian size. It's just the size of it. But yeah, that definitely does look like a Ford Cortina. But anyhow, I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if they've... Oh, shit, the sun's bright. I don't know if they've conked out a road, somebody's dragged them here, or... I don't know. So this is another fascinating road. It's straight. But yeah, it's a lot of... So it's like the steps. Soft bits there, look, but yeah. This apparently is the old what was it now? Hang on. So it's the old Hall Creek post office. So that's what this is. And you see how they've covered it up, because when it rains you can see exactly, because it's made out of mud, exactly how it's it goes like the buildings in South America. If you remember them from future video, from an earlier video. a pretty cool fireplace. Yeah, so from an earlier video, when it just washes it away and then it ends up in a big pile of mud on the floor. Yeah, quite like that fireplace. So I wonder if it's double backed. There's some boards there, look. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it's a double back fireplace as well. That's pretty cool. So hopefully you can see them. So it was erected in 2002. So the old telegraph line. So until the early 60s, the telegraph line linked most of the Australian towns. And Wolfe Creek was completed in 1889. So it was disposed of in 1954. The Taylor family purchased the ruins and the land in 1977. So yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Things. So this is the old town as well, look. So we're going to the new town now. And then heading down to Thingamabob, Wolfe Creek. Yeah. Definitely pretty cool. Let's get a better shot from my camera. Yeah, so if the roof wasn't being put on, this would have all been annihilated by now. Wished away. It'd end up in a big pile of mud on the floor. Yeah. Let's just go and up there and have a look at that up there as well. I've just been witching on, I didn't even press record. I do that a lot, useless git. Anyway, in a bit. Well, I've found an abandoned homestead. The looks of it. This garage is quite a nice garage actually. I met someone on the road named Mick. Yeah, that says it all. But yeah. So this looks like an old homestead type jobber. The bloody, not parrots, whatever they are, noisy buggers, shitting all over the place. And noisy things. But yeah. So here's our own homestead. There's a stove. That's pretty cool. So, as the day goes on, I suppose you've got all this all around here to stay out of the sun. Let's go well. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't want to go in there, it's full of shit. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't actually know if it is an homestead or not. Or if it's just like a crew thing. I would have thought it'd be an homestead. Yeah, the thing, it's all slatted glass for ventilation. Because this bloody York doesn't help with being tin. Yeah, it doesn't help with being tin. Pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. Nice. See, they don't have to really fence it in because it's so hot. Anyhow. Right. Hopefully my mapping's overheated. It's got a little bit warm, so the computer's switched itself down for a minute, so I've got the fan on it at the minute. Trying to cool it off a bit, because that's what I'm using for navigation right at the minute. Because it's bloody warm. Really warm. Yup, and good morning. I'm at a place called Wolfe Creek Meteor site, where there's a meteor that hit the thing just behind me. You can see that there. It's pretty cool. I stopped here last night. There was another couple of campers as well in a small tent, and a guy called Mick, which is a local. I think he moved them over to his barn or something or other out of the wind, so that was pretty nice of him. Anyhow, let's go and have a look at this. There's some boards here, just explaining a bit, but yeah. So there is National Parks of the Kimberleys. Yeah, right, so I'm in the Kimberleys. So it's pretty cool. So I don't know, it just seems a bit too windy. I want to get the drone up. I should have got it up last night, early this morning when there was no wind. Might be too windy for the drone. We'll have a look when we get up there. I want to try and get, you can walk up onto the crater, but I want to try and get a high view of the whole lot. So we'll see. It might be less windy up there. We'll see. Right, let's go. The crater ring. So it's a 3.4 kilometres loop, 2.5 hours. Yeah, as Adam would say, it's okay, it's flat. But the flat bits are flat and the uphills are uphill and the down bits are down bit. But yeah, Adam's not here to try and kill me, so I don't think I'm going to do the walk. I'm going to the Bungles. I'm heading that way today, and then heading further north, and I'm going to do the Gib River Road, which is pretty cool, before heading south down the coast. That's what sort of stuff that I wanted to do. my hat. So, this is a crater, not a volcano like in Ecuador, but this is a thingy-bob equator. That's fucking useless. Yeah. But it's just flat all the way around, and then there's this here. You'd think it's a volcano, to be fair, but it ain't. Makes you think what's buried at the bottom might be an alien spaceship buried down there. Anyhow, yeah, there's not a lot to say, but still interesting. It is when you see everywhere else it's just perfectly flat for miles and miles around. It's just perfectly flat, as you can see. That bit up there, perfectly flat, and then there's this crater here. This looks good from above, but yeah. Now if you get down there and get the drone up, because it'll be sheltered, but cool.